even more anticipation because of the extra weight, especially here in Milan, where the champions set off against Fiorentina along a road they hope will lead to the retaining of that title, and Virdis with a positive start too. It's a longer journey this season for the First Division clubs. There are 2 extra clubs in the top division. An extra 4 games, 34 in all. And you'll see action from all those games all season if you stay with us. This our featured game, of course, but later in the programme, highlights of all the other First Division fixtures today. It's a league glowing with star names. 3 foreigners now allowed for each club. Milan have 3 Dutchmen, but 1 is missing, Ruud Gullit, his shirt passing to Frank Rijkaard. Maldini and Ivani of last season's regulars are also out. Musi comes in, and Marco van Basten. Arrigo Sacchi glad to be able to include him in the starting lineup in a league game for the first time for exactly a year. Here's Musi. Only twice, and one of those was on a technicality after crowd trouble forced the Italian authorities to reverse the result against Roma, a match that Milan did win, but the points were taken from them. So the only time they lost last season was at home to Fiorentina. Can history repeat itself? Chiara tracking 2 of their best players, Ramon Diaz and Berti, both to Inter, but Dunga, the Brazilian, has been signed from Pisa. The other newcomers, Kuki from Empoli and Mattei, the number 7 from Como. Tidied up by Baresi, typical of his work. Ancelotti, who's overcome injury problems. Well, that was a poor pass by his standards, and Kuki can shoot from most distances. He's a very aggressive midfield player, very busy in the early stages. Ancelotti finding the going a little tougher, but quick thinking at the free kick. Donadoni trying the interchange with Van Basten. It didn't quite come off, although the idea was a good one. Fiorentina had a terrific finish to last season. They beat Napoli in their penultimate game in a match that helped Milan to the championship. Back from Van Basten. Some lovely ideas on view already from the champions. This was beautifully constructed until it came to the finish. And Virdis dragged the shot wide with the goalkeeper wrong-footed. Rijkaard looking very much at home in Gullit's shirt. Musi. Ancelotti. Filippo Galli joining in, and Fiorentina just funneling back. Here's Donadoni trying to make room for the shot. And what a shot! Just the sort of strike to start a new season from Roberto Donadoni from a good 30 metres. Not on his stronger side either, but he really connected with the left foot. Baresi and Milan want to charge forward again. Ancelotti. Ancelotti over the ball. Donadoni there as well. The number 11 is Virdis, who is a dead ball specialist. Landucci in the Fiorentina goal will be well aware of that. Musi playing a part ahead of the ball, trying to mask the view. Virdis. Oh, that was clever. Whether it was planned or born out of necessity because the free kick didn't quite work, only Virdis will know. But it wasn't the shot. It was a quick turn and a clip cross that just evaded the head of Filippo Galli, who was well marked by Karobi. Given away by Dunga. Relished when the schedule was announced. Ancelotti, Virdis. Well, down he goes. And in fact, by Virdis' standards, that was a little wasteful. He's so calm inside opposing penalty areas, but calmness became casual, really, in the end. There's nothing casual about this from Donadoni, who's in sparkling form. Van Basten! The goalkeeper was out quickly. He needed to be. All set up by Donadoni. A splendid angle for the cross. Perfectly delivered for Van Basten. But Landucci served his side courageously. It's cost a corner. Oh, and that's a touch from Virdis, and the goalkeeper was nowhere that time. They've started where they left off last season. They are looking irresistible. AC Milan. Rijkaard. Colombo hooking it on. It was raised, and it's a Milan free kick. Tassotti. And Rijkaard was outmaneuvered there by Di Chiara. Behind the... Rijkaard. It's Ancelotti, and again Landucci is rather better coming out at players' feet than he has been in dealing with crosses. Baggio, offside. This was the chance that Ancelotti had. But again, the goalkeeper made up the ground very well indeed. European Cup. But Milan are really in the groove. Filippo Galli for Tassotti. Rijkaard making himself available. Outnumbered, brought away by Di Chiara. Worth the wait. Milan leading by a spectacular strike from Donadoni after 14 minutes, and really taking Fiorentina to the cleaners so far. Welcome back to the San Siro. The second half just underway. Milan leading Fiorentina by 1-0. They finished last season the champions with a run of 19 league games unbeaten. Van Basten and Virdis with a great chance. And they still need a second goal to be sure of carrying on that run to number 20. And really it should have come here. Mate. Baggio, who's possibly the best hope of finding the sort of inspiration that his team are needing. And Giovanni Galli having to be sure of the bounce. And Fiorentina know all about him. 9 years he was their goalkeeper before he moved to Milan after the World Cup finals of '86. Oh, and Vidic was knocked down. That's what most people in the ground thought. There was some shirt pulling and then a shove by Pin, but no penalty. Ancelotti. Baresi for Colombo, and Vidic will get there first again. And again, it didn't come off for him. The Fiorentina player beseeching Vidic to behave himself is Di Chiara. So Colombo is replaced by Viviani, a summer signing from Como. And the Rolls-Royce further forward is Van Basten, although that didn't work out for him in conjunction with Viviani. Di Chiara. Getting away from Viviani, past Donadoni, or he should have been past him. To my mind, he was a little unlucky then. But that's the problem with players who fall theatrically. Referees tend to believe they are diving, and in the Italian First Division, they pride themselves, the referee, do pride themselves on being able to spot any conning tactics. Musi, good covering by Karobi. It stayed in play, and it's with Rijkaard. Donadoni. Up in support is Tassotti. Well won by Hussein. And at the second attempt, well saved by Landucci. Ancelotti always likely to land one from that distance. Never worried about accepting the responsibility of shooting from here. It was a hot one too. Donadoni. Oh, so close. That's been the story, really, since he scored back in the 14th minute. There was hardly any backlift. He was meandering, it seemed, and then suddenly the shot was motoring. Baggio with a poor attempt to find Cookie with a return pass. Fiorentina have to try and stem the tide again. Donadoni. Oh, and beaten out from Ancelotti this time by Landucci. He really is in the firing line. And Ancelotti prepared to shoot and shoot. Usually favouring the right foot and working it onto his stronger side. Too hot to hold, but Landucci did enough. Karobi, that's a foul by Viviani. Headed on by Hussein. And now he's got to turn and check back. Vidic. Rijkaard. Picked off by Pin. Force, but they are having more of the ball. Donadoni. Well read. And Karobe plays with a sense of adventure and is quite happy to carry the ball forward from the back, as he did then. Mate comes Pellegrini, and you'll recognise the player coming on, Roberto Pruzzo. It seemed he was going to turn his back on the Italian First Division when he left Roma at the end of last season, but Fiorentina in the end signed him, and maybe his penalty area know-how will be enough to rescue them. There are possibilities for Pruzzo here. Dunga to take the free kick. Well, it's quite amazing that it stayed at 1-0. But for how much longer? Van Basten! 6 months ago, he was a very depressed young man. He'd come back from injury, he still wasn't feeling quite right in himself. He wasn't going to start in the European Championships. Through the middle, and in the end, Van Basten can't make the chance count. He was onside. It was a very good decision by the linesman. And you'd back Van Basten here, even before the push, which was outside the area. Well, what can Milan come up with here? Virdis is loitering with intent. And so too is Frank Rijkaard. It's Virdis who hits it and scores! At last! Finally, the scoreline has a more realistic look to it. It was a thunderous free kick into the part of the goal that the goalkeeper should be covering, but he was nowhere near it. Well, Virdis, by his standards, has been a little below par, a little weary perhaps from the jet lag, from being in South Korea for a couple of weeks. He's missed a couple of reasonable openings, but that one nearly tore the netting from the hooks that supports it. Fiorentina have struggled to create a chance for one goal, let alone two. Rijkaard back marking Hussein. Latency. Having led by one goal from the 14th minute until finally, 64 minutes later, Virdis ripped that shot past Landucci. It's Van Basten who's going to come off for one of the Milan youngsters, Graziano Manari. No sign of an injury, maybe just a precaution. And the feeling on the bench that the first 2 points of the season are safely gathered. 10 minutes left. If it's played properly, and it wasn't, by Pruzzo. But that was. Donadoni is away. held up by Karobi, and Musi, who freed Donadoni to the right, was lurking in the middle. The cross didn't quite come early enough for him. And here's Di Chiara. Fiorentina have nothing to lose, and Di Chiara reflecting that attitude. It could so easily have been 2-1. Baggio had the chance. Not quite put on a plate because he was at the height of his jump to try and control the header. Of conceding the throw by the dive that earned him a free kick, which he takes himself. Di Chiara. Good tackle by Tassotti. Donadoni, Baresi, sensing the moment to stride forward again. Rijkaard was wrong-footed for a second. I wonder where they're going to play him when Pullet is back. Everyone really playing for their places. And when you play like this, you're going to stay in the side. Virdis gets his second. That was nigh on perfection. Just look at it again. Rijkaard, Donadoni. Donadoni again gets it back and gives the open goal to Virdis. Fiorentina torn apart, and you won't see better build-up than that anywhere in the world. One-touch passing, the support play was tremendous. And Fiorentina, I think, when they look at it again, will be privileged to be on the same pitch, even though it's a goal against them. That was absolutely brilliant. Dunga, like all Brazilians, he enjoys shooting, and like most of them, he can do better than that. And it's come from the aging master, Pietro Paolo Virdis. Not quite as old as those grey hairs give the impression. Now Manari and Hussein, no penalty. Karobi rushed across to remonstrate, suggesting that the youngster had dived. And he had. Callisti. That looked as though it had gone out of play, but the linesman saw nothing wrong. Baresi denying Pruzzo, and here's Ancelotti. Manari ahead of him. Viviani. Rijkaard effortlessly to Virdis. They can take their time now. Tassotti, Virdis. Milan will have a free kick, a foul by Cookie. And from right to left, switch with apparent ease, unless you happen to be a player trying to stop. Fiorentina will be very happy to hear the final whistle. Virdis. Viviani, taken on by Virdis again. Is that a trip? It is this time. By Callisti. On Virdis, there have been several shouts for penalties. Finally, the referee has said yes. Virdis linked up with Manari. and then tumbled down. He's on a hat-trick. He's got it! Well, it's come late for Milan in this game, and for Virdis. But it's hardly undeserved. For Pietro Paolo Virdis, 3 goals in 11 minutes. Hussein played the ball. What a pleasant way for a player to start a new season. Goals in the Italian First Division aren't exactly easy to come by. To get 3 in one game really is exceptional. Baggio. And that was from Dunga. Galli was well positioned outside the goal area, narrowed the angle and made the save look comfortable by his positioning. Down the rest of the league, and Galli making sure that his sheet stays clean. It has been a show of strength by the Italian champions. Donadoni's goal, the only one past Svennis Eriksson's team in the first half, but they just couldn't sustain their defending, Fiorentina, in the face of Pietro Paolo Virdis, who picked up a hat-trick in 11 minutes. A free kick, a penalty, and a tap-in at the end of one of the moves of the season.